This tutorial is about developing a group travel concept, and I'm Joni Ogg. At some point in every travel professional's career, the idea of moving into the group travel business surfaces and is explored. Of course, the motivation behind considering entering the group business is the potential for a large return for your efforts. Selling group travel can be highly rewarding both personally and financially. However, as in most things, becoming a successful group agent requires many things, and not the least of which is having a valid and well thought out concept for your business. Understanding and defining exactly what you're going to accomplish in a robust group business is critical to your success. By following these guidelines, you should be able to successfully transition into the group business. You should be able to forge the elements of a group business plan. The first topic is going to be group operations. Group travel operations can be extremely complex. Imagine trying to put together a 17-day group tour around Western Europe for 40 people, or a destination wedding for 60 in Puerto Vallarta, and a 14-day tour for 24 through Southeast Asia. You can easily see the challenge, especially if it was your first group in each scenario. One of the very first decisions an agent must make is, what is my group business going to look like? Establishing a business that is dependent on never-ending operational tasks is surely bound to be less productive than one that relies primarily on marketing. And to illustrate the challenge, consider selling 12 different groups to destinations all over the world versus selling the same group 12 different times, where the destination and the itinerary are the same. 12 different groups to different destinations and itineraries would be an overwhelming task to pull off with any degree of operational competency. However, selling the same group over and over reduces the operation to simply executing the same operational function repeatedly. You should settle into the reality of the operational burden of groups long before you evolve a concept for your group business. And depending on what your overall revenue objective is, the more complex the itinerary is, the higher the internal yield will be. Selling cruise groups on a 3-night cruise at a commission of $29 per person is going to be of questionable viability. Selling multi-country international groups with a markup of $800 per person is going to be extremely viable. Understanding the relationship between complexity and profitability is key to building a successful group business. You should project just what kinds of groups you will handle and their potential to generate internal yields that are consistent with your overall group business plan. And the next concept is the reality of price versus value. Many agents think that by selling groups, they will be able to set pricing that is motivating to potential clients. And for the most part, it is more expensive to move groups than it is to sell individual travel. Groups tend to be more all-inclusive than FITs, and as such, tend to be more costly. Since price is rarely a motivator to join a group, agents should focus on adding value to the movement. And this can be accomplished in a number of ways. Adding inclusions unique to the group is one of the best ways to add value, as is offering professional escorting services to the group. And focusing on special niches where you have expert knowledge is another way to bring value to the group. Understand that there are many reasons people are drawn to group travel, and one of the most important is that they are confident that everything will go as expected and the escort will keep them safe and sound. Group travel can remove the fear of the unknown for many travelers who would never strike out on their own in a foreign country or unfamiliar environment. Individual travel versus group travel is a major consideration when transitioning your business into the group market. Of course, moving into group travel may have a dramatic impact on your sale of individual travel because of the very nature of marketing and operating groups. So be sure that you're ready to commit the necessary time and resources to make your group travel efforts successful. Understand that this impact may well cost you revenues on your individual travel side of your business. Group travel has various stages of development: the initial planning stage, the marketing stage, the reservations and options or various payments stage, the liquidation stage, and the actual process of moving the group. And another major consideration is the reality of the financial risk versus rewards. While everyone wants the financial rewards associated with group travel, understanding the financial risks is mandatory. When packaging group travel, many suppliers will want a security deposit in order to commit space for a group. And these deposits may become non-refundable in the worst-case scenario should a group fall and not materialize. While there is a steady cash flow in selling individual travel, group travel seems to be more difficult to manage unless you have established a pattern of groups that mature monthly or during a similar period. Making sure that your group effort is well capitalized is another key to success. All in all, your group business must conform to these issues, and the more you plan your group business based on these realities, the more likely it is that it's going to be successful. Do consider each and every point made here when you're first conceptualizing your group travel business plan, as these are key factors that you're going to encounter. So let's go over the key points to this tutorial. You should develop a well thought out and thorough group travel concept. And you should develop a well thought out and thorough business plan. Completely understand your profit objectives and make sure they are achievable. I hope that you found the information in this video tutorial helpful and informative. If you did, why not give us a like and a share? If you would like to know as we add additional tutorials, why not subscribe to our YouTube channel? And thank you so much for being with us today.